11 months out of each year, Peter Larson sleeps in his comfortable bed like a normal teenager. Then, when the temperatures drop and the snow begins to fall, Peter does the unthinkable, at least in Minnesota.
Hi, I'm Peter Larson. I've been sleeping out for Interfaith Outreach's Sleep Out for 9 years now, and in this video I'm just going to tell you some tips about sleeping out.
Since he was 5, Peter has braved the cold for a good cause. Along the way, and much to the delight of his mom, Joni, he has also learned a few things that have kept him warm, even on those sub-zero nights.
So this is the type of box that I normally sleep in. It's just a normal cardboard box, nothing real special about it. But one thing I do try and do is keep it smaller than just getting a gigantic box so that I don't... So if with a smaller box it's just easier to heat up and keep warm. Another important thing to remember is pads. I use air pads because they're easy to roll up and they're very comfortable to sleep on. But I also use a second one because in case snow or rain gets in and gets the bottom one wet, your top one will most likely stay dry. So again, another important thing is the sleeping bag, and you'll probably want to get a down sleeping bag that is rated to at least 0 degrees, so then you'll stay nice and warm during the night. The sleeping bag I actually used was made by my grandma for my dad.
It was made by my mom when I was in high school. So it's been, it was nice to be able to pass it on to Peter so that when he's been sleeping out all this time, all these years, he's used it every year. And even the years that I've slept out with him, I've had to use a different sleeping bag. I've been cold.
So another important thing to think about is what you're actually wearing. Now, most people think that they really have to layer up and just wear a ton of clothes, but that's actually what you do not want to do. Because then you start to sweat more, and then that sweat freezes to ice, and that's just not fun. So what you want to do is just have some nice flannel pants, wool socks, and a t-shirt. And maybe if it's really cold, a hat. And that's pretty much all you want. Another good thing to have is, if you take a water bottle and fill it with warm water and put it down by your feet, it'll keep your feet warm. Another thing to remember is your pillow. It's really nice to have something to lay your head on instead of just cold, hard box. Another thing is dogs. They are great to heat up your box with, unless they pee on your sleeping bag like Teddy did. Then they're not great. They're just smelly, and cold, and peeing, and it's not fun. Well, I guess it's time I go to bed. See ya.